Buddy G-Bear out here. It is Saturday. I got out here yesterday and about 9:30 at night, and traffic was a little heavy coming up through the pass, but not too bad. It took me 2 hours instead of an hour and a half. So I'm here. Anyway, here's what I got done so far today. You see the new gas line here running. Sorry, my shadow's in the way there, but it runs along there at the bottom of the wall. That punches through over there. That's going to be for the stove, the range. And then here, I've got it coming. It's pointing downward because it's going to run under the ground and come up beside this slab right over here. And that's going to be where my connection, this is the upright, my connection for the copper line that comes from the tank regulator will feed the propane in, and that's down there. That's all 3/4 inch pipe, so I've got volume, and then 1/2 inch running to each unit. Now I added this little drop nipple right there because, like I said, this wall is going to come out in the future, and this will end up having a doorway over in this area. That'll go down a hallway. The bathroom will be right where I'm standing here, and that's my pipe threader down there. It's an electric pipe threader, makes things easy. Anyway, this will be the bathroom over here, and because I'm going to have a doorway there, I didn't want to come straight across with the pipe, so I'm going to go down and go underground, and I want to come out over here because eventually there's going to be one big deck across the whole front here, and I will be putting a propane barbecue out there for the summertime cooking, so I can cook outdoors without heating up the inside of the cabin. So this will be just right here will be a blank wall, no windows or anything, because it would be part of the hallway. So right there, I'm going to have, right in this position, from my tire over to the corner, I'll have a propane barbecue. So we can cook outside, and with the building up here, it'll block off the wind. Now we got a little bit of breeze blowing, but not enough to turn the turbine, as you can see. And the turbine hasn't been running very quickly. It's been just barely turning because the breeze has been light. But I want to show you, when I got here last night, I had, at 9:30 last night, I had 12.7. I've got 13.1 now. I've got full batteries. Solar still putting in charge. And even this one says 13.1. So my solar is working. My batteries are working back up to par. I guess that loose wire in the turbine was the problem, because everything is going perfect. The timer is working. It just shut off a little while ago, but I can open this up and you can see everything is still frozen in here. Still got ice. I got a big bucket of ice there. And what I do with these freezer packs is I'll put some of those down in the refrigerator now that the refrigerator is shut off, and help keep the temperature down in the refrigerator. And I rotate them. I have some in there now that I put in last night. I'll take those out, put them in the freezer, and I'll take these from the freezer and put them in the refrigerator. So it's working out. Anyway, here's my propane lines coming in. That one down there will be for this wall heater, and this one over here will be for the tankless water heater. And you can see I've got the two connectors pretty close here. I want to maybe put another elbow on here and go off this way so that I can keep the flex close to the wall, so it won't be something that I'll be banging into. And then down here, there's the one coming out for the stove. And those stops on there, the gas stops, are not tightened down. They're just finger threaded on. That's just so things don't crawl in through the pipes while I'm working on this stuff, because there's a lot of ants and little bugs around, and I don't want them inside my pipes. So anyway, what I was about to say before my phone overheated and I had to put it in the freezer. Note to self, put phone in freezer before starting to videotape. Anyway, what I was going to say was, look at this. This is what is really pathetic. They had to put on here, not for use with potable water. That's a gas fitting. I've never seen a water fitting that would go on there. So, you know, you got people out there that are going to go buy a gas valve and try to use it for water. Huh? Jeez. Amazing. It scares me sometimes. Anyway, I'm going to put an angle on here, another street L, so that I can have this pointing that way, and I'll come up into here. That one there is no problem, because it won't stick out any further than the wall heater will once it's mounted on the wall, and I'll just have a short flex running up underneath it. This is the gas connection right there, and that's the gas connection right there. So it'll just have a short flex. Anyway, let's go outside here. I just now got back from Home Depot, and we're going to come around the back of the van here, and I have a big bundle of insulation, and I have 2 sheets of drywall. That should give me enough to insulate around the back of the cabinets and get the drywall in on the first 4 feet of the wall, so that I can get the bottom set of cabinets in and hook up the sink. And then I'll be working on getting the water run, and that's the long trench. I've got to run a trench up there. I haven't decided whether I'm going to just rent a ditch witch and power trench it, or if I might just make a little rig to go on the back of my ATV and just pull a single fingered fork like down and just drag it out. But this bush has to go, that bush has to go, and that bush up there by the orchard has to go, because that's my straight line that I'm going to be running my water line under. And I'm only going to put it down about a foot, because you know, usually the maximum cold we get out here is winter time in the middle of the night, probably for a couple of 3 hours or so. It might get down in the mid to upper 20s, and that's not enough to really freeze anything to a point where I have to worry about it being more than a foot deep in the ground. And it's all going to be in plastic line, which gives me a little bit more insulatory value than metal would. Metal cools down very quickly and adds to the freezing process. Anyway, everything else is going just fine, and I'm going to cut this video short for today, and I will be back with you tomorrow. Right now I'm going to get a few things done inside the cabin here and be ready for insulating and all of that, so I can shower before I go to bed tonight and get that insulation off of me. G-Bear signing off.